Hello and welcome to another video. So today we're checking out a Golem RuneCraft deck. This is by far not the best way to play Golem RuneCraft. I will lead the video with that. I have done a lot of gameplays with this deck so far, trying to get it to work, trying to get it to function. I've got it to a bare minimum standard of where I'd want this deck to be right now as far as the meme goes, but if you really wanted to build a deck around this, you should really just try and incorporate Golem Squad into a standard spell boost deck that already is running the Rayo team. I think that would be much better, using things like the Storm cards, much more effective. This is really just a concept and a little bit of fun, so hopefully you can enjoy this video and we'll get right into it and take a look. So of course the main aim of this deck is to spam golems as much as possible. That's really the true goal of it, and definitely the idea that I was trying to lead with for the most part. Doesn't mean that's exactly how this deck goes down. Typically, you just want to be able to play spell boost as much as possible and get whatever you can into your hand as much as possible. Solomon on an early turn, really good. Golem Squad early, not quite as good. Golem Squad I typically like to have in hand off the Rayo draw. If I can get Rayo out first and then get Golem Squad, much better. And sometimes you do just have to play these things like Conjure Golem out. You can't hold them for the whole game, it just doesn't work. Especially in a match against something like Blood, where you are on the more aggressive side of things. But as you can see, Solomon, trying to get him out early, it's always important. And we did try to get him out early enough. Luckily this worked pretty well. 5-cost Solomon Seal should work nicely in conjunction with the potential that we've got here. You can throw down to draw, try and get as much as you can. Otherwise, you're really just spell boosting what you've got in hand as much as possible. And try and take advantage of as much value as you can get out of the cards that you do have. Again, probably aren't the best ways to use these cards. But is it a concept? Is it a bit of fun? Definitely. Does it win many matches? No, not really. So Tetra here is great, getting the double spell playing, being able to utilize itself pretty well and clean up the board. As long with the spell boost we're getting out of it. Because we'll take a look at the spell boost here in a second. See, 6 and 4. That's a good start. Even if it is on the slower side typically, I like to have Rayo nearly at this point ready. So we're a little ways off. We haven't been left with too many options in hand. The Insight was a great pick up there. It's about the best I could have asked for. Otherwise, really, we just have to play everything that we can to get the Seal of Solomon up to 7, which it now is, I think. And unfortunately, we did draw the Fates hand. I would have liked to have got that at 0 cost, but sometimes luck just isn't on your side and you don't really draw into the way you need to if you want to have the best possible lines of play. And it looks like they are playing, of course, the traditional Mecha Blood. And there we go, Free Omen of Truth. So we can hit the board pretty hard with this, get the boost on the Fates hand as well, which, to be honest, I probably should have went with first, since I did have that option. I would be able to get the Fates hand to 1 instead, so that's just a little small sequencing error. That's alright, we still have Golem Squad. And we are forcing our opponent at least to waste some good resources here that they could have potentially used. Since they're probably expecting a blowout turn. We do need to keep spell boosting though, as the Golem Squad is not quite there yet. Or sorry, did just get there. It wasn't quite there when I was thinking about it with the spell boost, but we just managed to pull it off. Plus a couple of extra ultimate golems to go with the board as well. That does leave us with a very comfortable 20 damage on board. Has to be dealt with now. Technology's a good one, but the spread that it got was definitely not perfect. We're only 3 damage off, and we do have Knowledge Seeker, which means all we need to do now is find our way around the Knowledge Seeker, which is extremely easy. and that will allow us to do 20 damage this turn. And you can see the power of ultimate golems when they actually work. This is not how the games usually go though. Usually I'm on the back foot the whole game and it's too slow to keep up, but this just happened to work well. So this next one is not an ultimate golem play one. This is still the same deck, it's just I didn't get the ultimate golem play going off early enough because the opponent did end up conceding. You will see where that is, but I considered this having a really nice start with this deck. I decided to keep my whole hand. The Fate's Hand, while awkward, is actually quite good if you can get it spell boosted in the early game. And since we already have Knowledge Seeker, we've got a decent way to go for turn 2, turn 3 as a nice little bit of setup. And our turn 1 actually worked well there too with the inside draw. So we just started off with quite a nice hand when it came to spell boosting, that it wasn't going to be too much of a problem. Now we do just need to fill out that 3 turn as best as we can. Now our opponent's not doing a lot other than just playing a few artifact generation type cards. I went for Mysterian Spell Nerd to fill out turn 3 since I didn't really want to spend Eleanor here. Not until I have my Evo ready, where I can take full advantage of Eleanor's greatness. And perfect, a full cost Fate's Hand. That's a pretty decent one to boost down. Really, any card that had no spell boost on it would have been perfect for Eleanor. Otherwise, I would have been wasting its potential. So we did generate four spell boosts on that Fate's Hand that turn, plus just the single generation of spell boost for everything else. And so far, looking pretty promising. We can go off to a good start here, boosting everything up as much as we can. Using those fates did end up crippling us a little bit here with a max fill hand, so we've got to be a bit careful next turn. But the early spell boost is definitely helping us out here. We've got 3 already. All we need to do is add another 4 before next turn, and we can actually use Seal for 7. And considering the cards in our hand, that should be reasonably possible. And that would have been a nice play too, that we lost. So there, I think, is 3 spells. And we've still got 1 left, so we can easily go for Knowledge. And we can actually hold on to the Fates if we want to, which is great, since we can use Seal of Solomon, get Rayo, get Fates, and draw into some decently spell boosted cards. And our opponent, we've dealt with their board pretty consistently, so we don't really have anything to worry about there. So Omen of Truth gets to hit the board. We have very easy Fate's Hand play as well. And at this point, we're looking at a really, really nice hand. See, we have Golem already at 12, and we had Golem Squad at 9. We would have been able to use our first Golem Squad to summon out a second one to get some extra value, and it would have been absolutely nuts. So it's just a little bit of a pity that I didn't get that with that second game there. Being able to pull off those Golem Squads, I would have been able to easily get the first Golem Squad to go off, Ultimate Golem, and then I would have actually got another Guardian and Ultimate Golem as well, which would have been absolutely awesome as a play setup, and would have been really hard to deal with, especially considering the rest of our hand was very high value. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this turn. If you did, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Until next time, guys, see ya.